next year is going to be horrific. I'm telling you, do the best that you can. Most of you, I know you're not going to be able to relocate from the East Coast and West Coast and so forth, and that's unfortunate. I had this information years ago, and I moved accordingly. I tried to share it with everyone. No one paid attention. Only a few family members. It's human nature. Food is going to be very difficult to get in the years to come. Extreme crop failure is happening everywhere because Earth cannot maintain equilibrium. It's heating up from the inside due to this black star. It's an electromagnetic emitter. So we're going to have famine, especially Northern Hemisphere famine. Northern Hemisphere, unfortunately, produces most of the grains and produce anyway. But the other aspect is when this black star ejects out of our solar system, it steals the electromagnetic output from our sun for 3 to 4 days. When it does that, it develops a magnetic charge where it accelerates and shoots out of our solar system. Have you ever been in an amusement park or one of those roller coasters? You sit parked and then it just shoots you straight up, and then you come down. I think they call it the Mr. Freeze at Six Flags. That's what's happening to this black star. During that period that it's absorbing all the electromagnetic energy from our sun and then ejects out and in a very high rate of speed, we won't be able to see the sun for many days from Earth's surface. It'll be as if our sun went dark. That's because the electromagnetic energy that normally hits planet Earth, and what we call visible light is this electromagnetic energy that's diffused through gross matter, the gases in our atmosphere. That electromagnetic energy gets turned, it's curved like a hockey stick over to this black star for 3 to 4 days, and then it jettisons out.
Yeah.
We won't be able to see the sun
for 3 to 4 days.
For 3 to 4 days. That's
biblical.
That's biblical. The ancient texts have talked about this because the events happened once before and it was recorded. And I swear, I tell you, it's not going to be easy. Things are going to happen where software issues and.
So the black star is known as a neutron star. Is that the same thing?
No, it's different.
Okay.
Is it a physical star or is it a group of energy?
It's a star, but it's a very dense star, but it's inverted.
Yeah, so it's not giving out light; it's sucking it in.
No, it doesn't give out the same electromagnetic spectrum as our sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't see it. There's a whole nother world out there that people aren't aware of. I'm trying to give a heads up because when this happens, the population will be greatly reduced.
Sure.
And then we go into a period of 170 years of cooling. Most of the humanity at that point, for the next 180 years from today, and we're talking with the next 3 or 4 years, this Earth is not going to look like it does today. Most of mankind will be living whatever land masses, and some new land masses will appear, but near the equator. Probably no more than 17 degrees north and south of the equator. Then as the Earth slowly starts to warm up again based on our solar system's position in reference to the center of the Milky Way galaxy, then Earth will be able to grow in population again and expand to northern and southern regions of the hemisphere like we take for granted today. So you tell me how to prepare for this. There will be survivors in this event, but not many. So how you survive for this isn't necessarily money and guns and bullets, but it's also being connected in a spiritual awareness has a lot to do with that, and that's a whole nother topic in itself. And there's a lot of opinions, and some people get very angry and emotional. I don't want to freak everyone out. This is so advanced. Bottom line, here's what's happening, and we go into detail. What they're doing is there's corporations, military components. They know what we know. They're not sharing it with you guys. They know a limited population. The Earth's going to be terraformed. They know they got the same. They know the cooling for 180 years and then the gradual warm up. They have a plan on this long-term survival in humanity. And as George Carlin says, you and I ain't in it.
Yeah.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
We're not in it. So what they do is they got everyone distracted with Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, or Roe versus Wade, or the economy, or Ford versus Chevy, all this bickering back and forth so that this information can't sink in. They're going to leverage this event to their advantage, and they don't want Joe Sixpack or the common people who are not in the big club to survive this. I'm not of that group. We fight that group. There's a spiritual warfare going on. A lot of it is under scientific knowledge and solar system dynamics.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's not going to cover this. He's not allowed to. The system engineers control what the topics and what the narrative is. We saw that this was coming. The major group with corporations and the military have gone underground. They want mass casualties. They have a new governance and a new economic system. Cryptocurrencies are involved in that with AI after this terraform. We are connected to nature, not AI. We're not part of the central banking system. We're trying to warn people, and there's a way to survive this outside their network. And they kill us by not letting the information. They kill us by removing patents that were already issued to us. They deny us grant money. There is a war going on, and most of you guys don't know about it. I am pissed. Can you tell?
Yeah.
It's a war, and you're in it.
Yep, we're in it. Absolutely.
Well, a lot of people are. We're talking billions of people dying, and I'm not going to sit back here and take it lightly.
Makes a lot of sense with what's going on economically, especially with what's ahead.
Look, why have they allowed the United States electrical grid to deteriorate for the last 50 years? And they could have fixed it. They never fixed it. Why do they never fix potholes in New York? So you run over it in your BMW and you bend up a $1,200 wheel. They've spent nothing on the infrastructure because they know it doesn't matter anyway. Because they know this black star and the Earth. They sunk all the money underground. And they plan on staying under there for many years and then restructure when they come back up on the surface.
Jed, I got a tech question from Homo Servants in the audience asking if a ham radio will continue to work after these events.
It's difficulty now because of the interference of the black star, but ham radio will work as soon as that electromagnetic emitter jettisons out. So the ham radio will definitely be a source of communication from 2027 onward.
So that interference is going to last for, 4 years?
Yes. So when they talk about the solar minimum, the solar's output is being influenced by the electromagnetic emitter.
So there's no way for what are these millennials going to do then, Jed?
They're not going to make it.
These dumb kids. Where we have an entire generation who think they can get rich by doing nothing. What's gonna happen to them?
Well, no, they're so strong because they're so concerned about all the different genders.
Well, the metaverse will be there.
The metaverse, that's it. They'll be great.
You know, look, you guys are smart enough to see how they've designed this narrative to cripple people, to get everyone dependent, to get everyone weak-minded. No one is spiritual anymore. There's no community anymore.
Yeah.
The gender confusion, this is all by plan. They want to maximize and leverage this event so that no one survives. Or very few survive. Well, they have all the seed vaults.
Yeah.
The show's got to end. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting kind of into it, so forgive me. But I've always thought that the answer might be spiritual as much as it is scientific. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, real quick?
Yes, it's all spiritual, and it gets even more bizarre. There's an electromagnetic signals that come from the sun. There's data attached to all these frequencies. There's a particular data that's frequency data attached streaming from the sun that interacts with our DNA.
Yeah.
What happens is these ancient books that global leaders, these secret libraries that were whisked off away, a lot of it are locked in vaults. The Vatican has a lot of these ancient books, and this knowledge is to only certain sororities or fraternities. There was an event that happened, I'll talk about next week, that shows there's electromagnetic frequency that comes from the sun that interacts with our DNA that keeps us human, literally keeps us human. If that signal stops or is weakening or waning, you're going to see people turn from a standard human viewpoint, turning animalistic. And we can scientifically prove it. And it happened in the past. It is scary stuff, man. It's all about spirituality and maintaining this connection, this frequency to the emitter of this electromagnetic energy coming from counter space. Ancient texts might refer to that realm being a heaven or a god or source or creator. That's real. We know this scientifically. There is an intelligent source from counter space that stabilizes Earth, organic, human, plant, and animal. There's signaling coming from our sun. If that gets interrupted or disrupted, humans literally overnight can turn animalistic. And we have those dynamics that are in play right now.
Unbelievable. You combine that with the GMO foods and everything else.
Yes, and the gut biome and the signaling and what are these pharmaceutical approaches? I won't use that name that starts with a V.
Oh, you could.
You can
For now.
2+ years. They contain graphene oxide.
Yes.
Graphene dots. That will affect the magnetic field of the Earth being affected by the electromagnetic. You have that material inside coursing through your veins. Can you imagine what's going to happen when this electromagnetic emitter gets jolted out of our solar system? And the Earth will tilt. We won't have a polar shift, but the Earth will tilt up to probably 30 degrees for a period of 4 to 5 days, and then it'll snap back to its location. All that electromagnetic energy will also affect anyone that has injected in them magnetic material.